Hey everybody, this is not the video I intended on posting next. I actually had a whole video of my plum paper planner recorded. I uncoiled it, organized notes pages in the back, recoiled it twice, and then this happened. So this may be a longer video, like 20 or 30 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. I tried to take this video last night, but it was too late. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, my kids are in the house, so you may hear them. Hopefully I won't have too many interruptions. So let's get to it. Okay. So if you have been around my channel long, you know what these two things are. I have used this system before. I just thought about the glare. Oh no, it's not bad. It's just bad from the angle I'm sitting at. Okay, so I've used this system before. Hobonichi Weeks and A6 Stylogy. I also used A6 and A6 Sterling ink 520 page notebook before, and I may do that sometime later, but right now I just wanted something that was less than 20 bucks that I actually think this was like, it was either $12 or $14, and then of course this was $40. But I just, on a whim, not really on a whim, because I have been thinking about the Hobonichi Weeks for a while, and just, you know, daydreaming about how I used to keep the Hobonichi Weeks and use it and loved it. And for some reason, it felt like it wasn't working for me. And I think my whole deal was I kept adding pages to it. So I went over the Sterling ink. I can't remember if it's N1 or N2, but it's their week size narrow planner, the common planner with, it has monthlies, goal pages, monthlies, weeklies, and 365 pages for you to do dailies. And I don't know why. I don't know what it is about that planner, but I just don't jive with it. So I started out the year in that, and then I was like, I need something completely different, so I went to Commit 30. Then they had their thing where they didn't know if they were going to do planners for next year, and I just completely freaked out. So I went to Plum Paper, enjoyed that for 3 or 4 months, and here we are. I ordered these last Saturday. Yeah, last Saturday. I ordered these two things and the clear cover. Okay, and then I went to Staples. We were in a town like a couple hours from us that has a Staples, because our town does not. And I'm still going to do a lot of work to this, but right now this is what I have it set up. I have seen this everywhere, all over my planner circle in Instagram and YouTube. Everyone is using the Day Designer that's either Staples, Target. I don't know if Walmart carries it. Amazon, I think, has this one with the cover. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know what's coming up on my camera, but it has this little cover that they slide the cover into that you can put something else in. Excuse me, I had to get a sip of coffee. If my voice sounds weird, it's because I've had COVID or something. I think it's COVID. I didn't get tested, but I've had COVID, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, and I just know how it feels. And it is rough. Like, my husband got sick in June, the kids got sick. I finally called it I think the end of June. Felt like I was getting better the 1st of July, got sick again, and it's just like, it's never wanting to go away. And my voice is like, not happy. But anyway, so if I sound weird, that's why. But I picked this up. I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to use it with the system. So I'm just going to flip through. Let me make sure I'm in frame here, and I'm not completely. Okay, so this is still a work in progress. I did some decorating to it and did some, not really back planning, because this started in July, so it's a July through June 2026 planner, and I didn't do anything to the May or June calendars. But I put this picture that I have of my husband and his brother in here because it was just getting lost in my desk. I'll probably put some more decorative stuff on here somehow. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But this is what I've done so far. Mainly sticky notes. I believe this is from Create with Pen. It was gifted to me. And then all of this, Create with Pen. This was Amazon. These are journal cards that I got from Amazon. And then this is just a few pages left on a notebook I got from my Sticky Club subscription a couple years ago. And then this was the page where they have the, you know, if you lose your planner, this is your name, number, whatever. I just put sticky notes over it. And then this is my affirmations card that I really need to move over into my weeks. This came from Mom and More Plans. I've been toting it around for, I don't know, I probably bought it 2 years ago. I finally just stuck it down here. More sticky notes that I've had for years. I'm planning on completely covering these pages. I don't know what with. I kind of want to use them, what's the word? Practically, productively, instead of just covering them. But I might just put pictures. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I just stuck some stuff down to kind of, like, you know, pretty it up. And then, like I said, I didn't use the May or June calendars. This is what I'm using it for. This is going to be my schedule. So this is my planner. I want to call it my purse planner, but I'm going to tote it around just as much as I do these. And it's going to be like, you know, the monthly page in any other planner where you have all your schedules, your due dates, your bill due dates, you know, paydays, days off. Like, I have my husband's days and whether he took annual time, sick time, or if it was a scheduled PTO. Big things that happened, like we went to a safari drive-through. We had our Independence Day dinner, family day at church. I need to get white out. I keep forgetting to get white out. I've been to Walmart like 3 times and even went to Staples and still didn't get white out. But I'm marking down the days that I'm keeping my nephew, which I think it's mid-August. I believe it's the week of August 14th. I'm going to start keeping him 3 days a week again, which I'm like low-key freaking out about because I have a book deadline September 27th. I have to have a book written. My kids start school back and we have a vacation in the end of August, and I have so much to do, and then I'm going to have the baby another day on top of that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. But anyways, I need to know these kinds of things if I'm like setting up appointments. Like, I really don't want to take him on an appointment with me because I'm past that stage with my kids. Like, I don't have to pack diapers and bottles and snacks and, you know, drinks and everything. I bring my water bottle, you know, just bring my Stanley and they can get a drink if they're thirsty, and that's it. I don't have to have all this other stuff. So I have taken him to town. It's just a lot, you know, and I'm like past that. So, and on top of that, it's either I'm taking, you know, going with my husband somewhere, and like, I either wait in the car with the kids and then we go somewhere else. Like, we plan these days, like, to do other things. Or my husband will come with me and keep the kids. And it's a lot with 4 kids in a car. Even if you go to a store or to a park or something while you're waiting on the other person, it's a lot. So I try to plan my days, appointments on days that I don't have them, which is going to be limited to Wednesdays and every other Tuesday or Friday now. So we'll see. And then, like, days we don't go to church, I'll probably mark down in here. Special days at church. So every month we have a family day. And this week we have a work day at church, which is what this is. And I don't have whiteout. I need to fix that. But anyway, that kind of thing. Now, for my weekly spread, it's probably, these are both back planned. So I was just marking stuff down. I haven't figured out my system, and used to, this is how I've grown as a planner. Used to, it would freak me out that I was writing in my planner before I figured it out. Like, I felt like if I wrote in my planner, this is how I had to write in it for the next however long I kept that planner. And I felt like if I wrote in it, like, if I decided, say, this top section is going to be for XYZ, and then for the past 3 weeks I've written something else there, then it like ruined the planner. And I don't know, I guess I have matured. Like, I have given myself the freedom to say, you know what, I'm gonna write this down because I need to write it down, but it can change, and that's okay, because my life changes. Every single day changes, you know. And what my life was 6 months ago, it's not the same thing now. And my planner is going to change with me. And I'm glad I've given myself that freedom. But I'm probably going to put down main things that happen in here. I don't know. I really don't know yet. Because this isn't going to be my to-do list. It's not going to be my, you know, pull it out to see what I'm going to do today. It's not going to be my health records or anything like that, because it's just not. That's not what it's for. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to put in here. I may be doubling up information. Like, when I write my main things that happen, you know, it might be in, you know, 2 or 3 different planners, which is fine, but I'll figure it out. This sounds chaotic. It is chaotic, y'all. I'm sorry. But I'm really excited about this little planner, as weird as it seems. I went through, I think, to January and set up my husband's days off. I don't know, did I do January? Yeah, but I didn't. The boxes are his on-call days. So, okay, he is on call with 2 different crews every 6 weeks. So how it works out is, let me see if I can find one where, okay. That one we went on vacation, so it's not very good. But yeah, here it is. So he was on call. He goes on call with, excuse me, with the first crew here. And then okay. So, okay. So he is on call with 2 different crews every 6 weeks. So he goes on call with the crew that he works with, and then skip a week, then he's on call with the second crew. Then 6 weeks later, from like, well, I guess that would be 4 weeks later, he goes back on call with his crew again. And then, you know, it goes like that. But that's liable to change if he starts taking a call with another crew, which is unlikely, because neither one of us are crazy about the on-call stuff. And, or if, like, he changes crews, then the days that he's on call might change. So, but that's only if an opening comes up that he really wants to take, because he's pretty happy where he is right now. And so I didn't really want to set it up for, like, the whole of half of next year, but I at least did through December of this year for his on-call stuff. And then this is just his regular hours. But I didn't want to also go through the rest of the year, because he has, I think, 13 PTO days that are scheduled into his work. He works for the states, so they get 13 paid holidays a year on top of their regular days off and sick time. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I keep having to pause and get a drink and cough. And I don't know how long my voice is going to let me do this video. But anyways, I went ahead and did that, and I set up all the appointments that I knew we had, which these 2 in January, my dentist appointment and my daughter's well child. I think that's it. I don't have any other appointments on out through June. I prefer a January start, so I don't know. I paid $18 for, I can't remember exactly. It was less than 20 bucks for this, which that's a lot of money for a little bitty planner. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, if they come out with a yearly one, I may just get a yearly one for next year. I don't know. But that's the first part of the system. This is a new part of the system to me anyways, if you're new here and you've never seen my systems before, all of this will be new to you, but I've never had a day designer before, but I liked how they looked. Excuse me. I liked how they looked, and I liked how people are decorating them, and I really need to watch some more videos and maybe go get some of those back to school folders and kind of deck mine up some. Yeah, but anyways, that's that. Okay, now this is the meat and potatoes of my planning system. This is what, I mean, I did not know I missed this planner so much until I got it and started filling it up. I'm not crazy about the color. It was supposed to be gray, and to me it looks more black. I mean, it isn't really black. It is kind of gray, but it's darker than I expected it to be. I wish I had gotten the green like I originally wanted, and I don't know why. I think I was afraid the green would be yellow, but I think their colors this past year have been darker in real life than they were on the screen, so just from different videos and stuff I've seen. So I wish I had got the green, but it is what it is. It'll be fine. I think it works good with these stickers. I didn't stick these down. I used tape, and I just kind of folded. It wasn't double-sided adhesive either. It was just regular tape, and I folded it over on itself and just stuck them in there. I bought the cover on cover from Hobonichi because it was like $7 on Amazon. I really would like a glitter like star cover, but we'll see. If I stick with this, which I really hope I do because I really like it. And I'm tired of planner hopping. Like, I'm tired of back planning. I just want to find the planner that works and just use it. That's my goal, is to find a planner that works and use it every single year. But that's been my goal for like 5 years since I started planner hopping from rings, because I stuck with Franklin Covey day planner or whatever for probably, I don't know, it felt like a while. It might have been less time than I thought, 2 or 3 years, I don't know. And then I went planner hopping, and I haven't been able to settle on a planner since. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Keep getting a drink. Okay, let me make sure it's in frame. All right, so I really wanted yellow for the inside, but I actually like this green polka dot. I was not going to wait until I could, find time to get the kids to the store, find me some scrapbook paper that's the perfect yellow. I just used what I had, and I really like how it came out. I like how this, I don't know, can you see this? It's like notebook paper. It was a scrapbook page, and I just ripped it down and put it in here. I love this sticker, and I actually ripped it out of a notebook I had, just the corner. I had stuck it down instead of trying to peel the sticker up like I did with all the rest of them. I just ripped it out, and I really like how it turned out. I like how I did these. I've never done this before with these typewriter font. My sister bought me a pack of these for either my birthday, I think it was my birthday, or Christmas one year, and it's been, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, and I still have a ton of them, and I'm using them. I've never thought about like cutting them like that, and I really like it. This is Planner Monkey Co., Planner Monkey Co., Planner Monkey Co., Amazon, and this is one of my favorite stickers of all time. I love ghosts, I love spooky stuff, I love the muted kind of fall colors, warm colors. I think it's from LA Florals. I'm like 99% sure it's from LA Florals, but I think it was gifted to me, which is why I can't remember getting it. But I want you to, I don't know if it's, yeah, there we go. I like what this sticker says, and that's why I ripped it out. And then all of these stickers, not so much this one, but this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one have been in so many planners this year. And 2026, I am going to buy me, like, break down and order probably from LA Florals, Planner Monkey Co., maybe Shine Sticker Studio. I'm trying to think of any of my other favorite shops, which I've never ordered from Shine Sticker Studio, but I love their tabs, the way they look, their seasonal tabs. I can't remember. Anyways, I'm going to order an actual like stash of stickers that I want to use to set up my 2026 planner. But anyway, for this year, for the rest of this year, because it's already over halfway done and I'm setting up this planner, I did it like this, and I actually love how it turned out. Like, I love this. I love this. I did it matching. I'll show you in a minute. I did a matching spread in here, and I love it. I love the guest check. I also love like library cards, like the old-fashioned like library cards they would stick in the back of the books. But I have to buy me some of those. So I use my guest checks. I have like 4 sets of these. I've seen some going around that are like pink, which are really pretty, but I have these. So I just took some more of these text stickers. I actually put some more of this notebook type scrap paper behind this because I didn't want it just to be plain white. And I loved how it looked before I stuck the guest check down. And it just, I don't know. There's no getting this back up, so it is what it is. But I do love the guest check. It just made it a lot thicker than I wanted it to be. And it covered most of this scrapbook paper. So it was like not really a point in having it down there after all. Anyway, so I just stuck these here. I put the "you are enough" here in the tax and total. I thought that was kind of cute. Then I just stuck a little sideways here. Sideways little cutout of this like ripped paper of that scrapbook paper that looks like notebook paper. Then most of this is Planner Monkey Co. So this, or it's all Planner Monkey Co. These in the moon sticker that I love the moon. That is LA Florals. This I ripped up out of my other planner. This, just so much stuff. This. But I actually, and I don't know if I might do that later, like intentionally do that, because I kind of like how it looks. I kind of like how, like, the stickers look when they're, like, ripped up and they have little shreds of paper sticking out from under them. I kind of like it, like, right there. Anyway, so that's the first couple pages, and then here I put the how many days did I read calendar right here. This is our 2025 little overview. Don't know what I'm doing down here yet, but I don't know if it's going to be something about reading, or I'm just going to take this sticker up and just put a picture here. I don't know. But I need to get, okay, I'm going to make sure it's focused. You can see I used highlighters to do the dots, so they're all different kind of sizes. And I was going to get a dot marker so they would be more uniform, but I kind of like how it looks with the varying sizes of the colors. And there's no rhyme or reason to how I did these colors other than the bright yellow neon is the day I got my Kindle. Other than that, it's just I wanted it multicolored. This, if you've been around, you will recognize from my Commit 30 and my plum paper. I'm almost out of coffee, y'all. I love this in both those planners. So I cut it down. I wanted to save the ripped paper look. I wanted this to be kind of in the middle. I put my cross paper clip up here. And then this vellum I cut down, of course. And then I actually, my dog is barking outside now. I actually glued, like with double-sided adhesive, this scrapbook paper to the vellum so that it would, because I didn't see myself using the back of this. So, okay, I think my dog quit barking now, and I finished my coffee. Okay, I haven't done anything with this. I don't know that I'm going to. I may end up just gluing this together. In fact, I don't know. But this is, you know, the Calendex or whatever they call it. I'll make sure it's focused. Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm going to use this for my word count for each day. So I have never had, I love this spread. Like, I love this spread. I always have ever since I started using Hobonichi Weeks in 2021. I love the spread, but I have never, ever, ever found a way to use it consistently through the whole year. So using it as my word tracker, I'm really excited about it, and I think I can do that. I think I will be able to stick with that. I have kept track of all the words I've written every single day since January 1st. There's only been a couple of weeks, stretches where I kept track of the words I wrote, but not every single day. So like I knew what word count the book was when I started writing that week. And then at the end of the week, I knew what, or the next week or whatever it was. I knew how many words I had written, but I had to like average it out per day. And so, anyways, I can back plan this and I can't wait. I want to show y'all. I'm really excited about seeing exactly how many words I've written this year. Somewhere on a video, it might have been my first video for my author tube, which I haven't even posted yet. I had put down, I had said that I'm not afraid to say that I've written like over 200,000 words, which I wouldn't be surprised if I have. It may be closer to 150, I don't know. Or it might not even be 100,000. I might surprise myself and just feel like I've written more than I actually have. So we'll see. Sticky notes. I love sticky notes. I love sticky note hubs. I just like how they look. And then you get into the monthlies. This is the only one I've actually done anything with. This is one thing. I'm not going to be able to back plan this planner all in one sitting like I did my Commit 30 and my planner, good Lord, plum paper planner, because we're over halfway through the year. That is a lot of information, and January and February are kind of sparse, but March through June I kept up with my planner pretty well. There's only a couple weeks where I kind of didn't keep up with it, and then I would go back and back plan. So it's a lot of information, and I want it to look good. I want it to be pretty. I want it to be functional and me to be able to look back on this. So I'm not going to do it all in one sitting. I might do a couple weeks at a time or a month at a time or something like that. But I tried to do July so I could get up to date with what I'm doing, like where I'm at right now. So this is the calendar. Oh, but my point in saying all that was that I'll probably go back and at least update my health spreads. That's what this is going to be, my personal health spreads. So the monthly calendars are going to be for me tracking my sleep, my steps, whether I showered, any kind of symptoms I'm having, whether I have a migraine day, whether my allergies are bad, all of that stuff, medicines. I'm going to put my mood tracker down the side and then notes down here. And I'm going to do that for every single month. And I have kept track of my sleep and my steps in my planner, and also have it on my phone or my watch if I want to look back. But I've kept track of it all year. So that's very interesting. I've also kept track of most of the showers I took, and definitely like personal stuff and my period and stuff like that. So these pages are going to be very full by the time I get them filled up. And I think I could do this all in one sitting. And then go to the weeks. Alright, so I'm going to go backwards with y'all. So I'm going to show you what these pages are kind of actually going to look like. Okay, so this was last week. I back planned this. I actually did not keep my planner up very well for last week, but I was able to go back and fill this in because it was still fresh on my mind, and I was able to write it all down. This is what I set up this week to look like. I haven't really gotten anything else written down. It's Wednesday. Other than watching the baby, which is mainly what I did, and planner stuff for the past couple days. I'm still like not feeling great. So anyway, but again, this is one of those things where I know I'm not going to keep up with like how this looks. I don't need to cram so much information in each day. And I will find my groove. Like I will find what I want on these pages versus, what I want to put in my Day Designer or my A6 Stalogy, and I'll figure it out. And I'm not freaking out over it not looking right. I like the spread. I'm not going to put as many tip-ins, but there are a couple things that I really want to put in. Like this is a get well card that my son wrote to my daughter. She fell and hurt herself, and he felt bad about it. Not that it was his fault or anything. He just felt really bad about her hurting herself. And then like these types of things. But I know there's a bunch of tip-ins in my plum paper planner that I'm not going to be able to move over because, it's just too big. I might be able to cut them down and put them in here though. So we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. But I went back. I still have to like decorate this and make it look pretty. But this is where I stopped because I just got so tired. And I'll show you later. I was putting information on the wrong days. And I want to do this justice. Like, I want it to be very pretty. I want to be able to look back on it and flip through it and enjoy it. And not be like, you know, well, I was too lazy to actually get it the way I want it to look. So, anyways, so I'm going to take my time doing this instead of rushing and feeling like I have to back plan this whole thing before I can actually enjoy using my planner. I don't. Back planning, I enjoy back planning, as weird as that is. I know some people hate it, and I used to hate it, but I actually enjoy it now. And that's why I got the full year instead of the April start planner, because I wanted to back plan the whole year in here, and it just gives me practice in using the layout again. And I don't know, I just enjoy it, so I'm going to take my time with it. Now to the fun part, which is the notes pages. I set these up, and usually I hate myself for setting up pages ahead of time, but I really think what I did here is going to work, so I'll show you. I love this little cat sticker. So, short, a little tangent here. I love cats. Like, they are like my favorite animal, but I'm allergic to them. And my husband's allergic to them. So, also, my parents were like, you know, massive a-holes when I met my husband. And when I left home, I did not take my cat with me. I had a butterscotch cat, and she stayed up there, and she's since passed away. But I had a cat before that, a black cat. And since my husband and I got married, we just haven't really gotten cats because we're both allergic. And yeah, so, I mean, we had a cat, but she was like an outside cat. And then my mother-in-law had a cat. Well, I think I told this story on one of my planner videos before, where my husband found a cat like literally under a guy's truck at work, and it had ridden like 20 miles to the DOT. And we picked her up, and she was just perfect and like sweet to the kids, and I loved her. Anyways, I'm not really close to animals. Like, I don't get like super attached to animals, but I was attached to this cat, and we only had her for like 3 months, and she's recently, we had to put her down. And yeah, so that was rough, and it was really rough for my kids. And that's really, it's hard as a mom, because like you don't really have time to like process your own emotions about things, because you're like managing your kids' emotions and like trying to comfort them and, you know, talk to them and, you know, all of that. So, anyways, I've had a very rough past month with the cold and then the cat situation. And anyways, so I have fully embraced my love of cats again, is what I'm trying to say. So we ended up getting 2 more kittens, and they're a lot more skittish than Whiskers was. And but they're slowly coming around, so I'm really excited about them, and it's helping a lot, especially with the kids with losing Whiskers. But anyways, so I put this here to kind of remember Whiskers by. Okay, this is one of those stickers that came from all my other planners. Like, it was in all my other planners, and I cut it out. I don't think it was in my Sterling ink. I don't think I had put it down there. But I kind of like, this is what I was talking about, I kind of like how the paper is like ripped under it. I kind of like that. But I just stuck a couple. This is like the note where it says notes, and then it has the little index. And I also kind of like how this vellum, I like glued it down with double-sided adhesive, and I like how the text kind of shows through the vellum. It's pretty. Okay, these like spreads, these 4 pages, are going to be like overview of the year. So like each page is going to be like 1 quarter. And I don't know if I'm going to put, I'll probably end up putting pictures here, to be honest. That's probably what I'm going to do. And then this is my goals. My word of the year was C's, or is C's, because it's not the end of the year yet. Feels like it with me setting up all these planners. It's crazy. But anyways, I'm going to put like little arrows out and like different aspects of my life, how I want to seize things, I don't know, but like seize my author career, you know, and my embrace motherhood more, and homeschooling, kind of get a grip on it instead of it feeling like it's controlling me, you know. I'm going to master all of these things. Anyways, so These are all my goals that were in my other planners. I set them up originally in my Commit 30. I had set up goals in the Sterling Ink, but that was another thing. I did not like how their goals were set up. I'm not that like detailed when it comes to like breaking down my goals. I probably should be, but I just divided them up by topic, just like I did in Commit 30 and my plum paper. I added this section because I didn't have a space for another subject in the goal pages in the Commit 30 or the plum paper. And I know I could have set up separate goals pages in the notes. I could have done that, but I don't know. I just like the Hobonichi Weeks, and I'm glad I went back to it. So I have all of this. I hear my kids. I think they might be arguing. Hopefully they settle it and I don't have to intervene. But anyways, that's all of that. And then I have my 6-month check-in. I gave myself 2 pages. End of year reflections, give myself 2 pages. And then next year, 2026, like what I can take over into next year, or what I learned, or how I grew in these goals, like in these different parts of my life, or what I still need to work on for next year. Okay. Let me make sure it's still okay. All right, and then these are my books. So in my, I don't have it in here with me right now, my plum paper, I had the ideas goals pages set up for tracking my books, and it was like, it had 13 slots, 13 lines per month. Of course, I didn't use all 13 lines, but like here I used all 13 lines in January, close to it in April. I have read 2 more short stories I need to put down here for July. But what I did was, I'm tracking, I don't know, I just like how this looks. I like how I don't have big white space like in the plum paper where I have, 13 lines, but I only filled in 2 of them, And I know, it's like not that big a deal. I could have done my books in the notes pages, but okay, I just like Hobonichi Weeks, y'all. So I just like how this looks. I'm tracking how many books I read each month. The only thing I didn't do was like, I should have given myself a line between each book to like track or like write down either a star rating or just a little sentence about how the book made me feel. And next year I want to do that. But it did not feel like redoing this whole thing just to do that. So I may like go at the side, like after each book, and write like a star if I really liked it, or exclamation point or something. Because there's some books here that I like The Family Plot by Megan Collins. I love that book. It stuck with me. And I mean, there's several like that through here. But anyways, so I saved myself 4 pages for that. And then I have a DNF list, 2 pages for that. Just books I quit reading and why. Most of it is just I wasn't in the mood for it then. These pages are for books I must read, as in I have a to read, to be read on my Goodreads, but usually like late at night if I'm scrolling Instagram or looking at Facebook and an ad comes up, or I see a book on Instagram that I really want to read, I'll save it, or I'll add it to Goodreads, or I'll stick it in my Amazon cart just in case, and then I forget about it, and I forget why I really wanted to read it. And then, like right now, I'm kind of stuck between books, and I really don't know what to read, but I know there's a bunch of books that I wanted to read that I really like the sound of, so I'm going to write them down here. That way, like now, when I'm between books and I really don't know what to read, I can come here and say, oh, I wanted to read that, and this is why I wanted to read it. But I only gave myself 3 pages for that because I don't want to. I mean, I could fill up this book with books I want to read. So, okay, this is my mental health medications journey for this year. The end of last year, into this year, I have tried so many different mental health medicines, antipsychotics, antidepressants. I think I finally landed on something that works. It's really hard to find a psychologist that's like actually good. But anyways, ended up getting my medicine from my gynecologist. So, Yeah, because anyways, long story. Okay, and then this is my health. I took this directly from Mom with More Plans. She does this, or she used to in her Hobonichi Weeks. I don't know if she still does. I need to watch some more. I've been watching her old videos. I need to watch some of her newer videos and see if she still does this. But this is because I have the whole calendar spread for my personal stuff. And then this is for my kids and my husband. And like major stuff for me. So like, I'll show y'all. This is kind of how it's going to look. This is what I put up for July. June, here's where I wrote down stuff on the wrong pages. So I made a note to myself what days this stuff actually needs to go on. And then when I get white out, I'll fix it. But I'm just keeping track of all the stuff the kids did. And then, I mean, or my husband, you know, like he has a sore throat. Stuff like that. What was I going to say? Okay, yeah, like these 2 pages in between each month are for like going deeper into stuff like, I can't remember, early spring, late winter, my son had a flare-up of like, it was early spring, it was during allergy season, of dermatitis or an allergic, I don't remember exactly what it was, but he had to go on steroids twice, and I just wanted to keep note of that. And I kind of like want to go into detail about like how he felt and how I felt about giving him steroids and that kind of thing. And then like my dentist appointment this past month, I found out I have periodontitis, and I have to go through every 3 times a year to get my teeth like deep cleaned, and I've had to get an electric toothbrush, and I have to get my wisdom teeth out before they can fix a cavity that I have. I had to have a root canal. It's a whole deal. So I kind of want to go into more depth about like my visit. And I don't really want to do that and take up all that room on my weekly pages. And I don't want it just to be random and willy-nilly in the notes. So I decided that the best place to do that would be in between each month for my health notes. So I did that. Okay. Alright, y'all. This is like a really weird thing that I don't completely understand. But like I will know things that are that happen like before they happen. And like I'll just have a feeling about something, or like I'll get like deja vu when someone tells me something. I'm like, I already knew that. Like someone told me that before, or you know. And then it became so common that I finally like connected the dots that my brain was like, I don't know. I decided to keep track of it. So like things that just random little things like my kids usually will go out to eat. Well, they'll take lunch to their nanny at work because she works every other weekend, and they'll go with their papa and take lunch to their nanny. Okay, so they usually like cook out. They just love going to cook out, and they get a milkshake. And they had done that. I don't know. They do it almost every Saturday, like every other Saturday. And then just one Saturday, I just knew they were going to get Arby's. They weren't going to get cookout. And when they came home, they like brought leftovers from Arby's. And I'm like, you know, I don't know how I knew that. It's just weird. So I decided to start keeping track of it just for my own brain. And I just gave myself 3 pages for that. And then the rest of this is, I can't remember exactly, I did the math, but that's how much notes pages I have. I think I could use like a little over 9 pages a month and be fine if I had 12 months. And I am going to go back and like back plan each month, because I don't want to have extra pages like this year, like the rest of this year, like use all of this from July to December or August, because we're almost done with July, and then be like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough pages next year. So I am going to go like through January through July and use the 9 pages a month, so that I only have the certain amount of notes pages, and then I'll start using them more what's the word, like comfortably. Like I won't say, okay, I have to use 9 pages this month, you know. I'll just use them as I need them. I may have pages left over at the end of the year. I may find that I need to cut back on my pages. I don't know. I don't think I will because I have my Stylogy. But anyways, I did save myself 24 pages in the back for my bank books because I really need to go in depth with my budgeting. My budgeting has been fly by the seat of my pants, and it's just not working. And yeah, I'm going to pay off some debt, and it's just not happening. So I gave myself 24 pages to do that. We'll see if I actually do it. I don't know. And then at the end, I was going to put books. I don't know what I'm going to do here. But I was going to put books in here, and then there wasn't enough room for the author. And you know, some books have the same titles, and you only know which. Like The Family Plot, there's one by Sherry Priest, and there's one by Megan Collins. I read the one by Megan Collins. I haven't read the one by Sherry Priest yet, even though I want to. But if I just put the title here, I wouldn't know exactly which book I've read. So I needed a different section for that. So I don't know what I'm going to put here. And then this is kind of cute, but I don't know. I'll probably put pictures. I really don't know what I'm going to do. I do have one of those little tiny Hobonichi notebooks left over from like 2 or 3 years ago. So I may just cut the pages out of that and just double-sided adhesive them on here so they're just blank note pages. I don't know. Or I might just leave the text and just put pictures over it. I don't know. I put some more sticky notes back here. Bunch of sticky notes, and that's the end of that. So far, I've been using the this pen, which is the Jetstream, Uniball Jetstream. I've never actually used these. I think this is a 0.5. Nope, 0.7. I actually like it a lot. Okay. There is not much to show you in here yet. And this video is very long, so it's probably a good thing. I just put down some of my favorite stickers, which again, you can see it has paper under it. I really like how that looks, actually. Okay, so this, you can see I was saying that it matches this. This is the Hobonichi Weeks, and then I use the same paper, the same lined paper, the black text. Put Planter Monkey Co. and LA Floral stickers down, and I love how it looks. I love this. This is from Mom with More Plans, kind of a nod to my motherhood, because I did all book stuff, and next year I'll probably try to put something about being a mom in here. Excuse me. But I didn't have any mom stickers, so I stuck this down with, I think I actually used double-sided adhesive. Yeah, I did. So it's there for good. Then I got the little plant, and I like how this vellum from Sterling Ink kind of covers this Bible page. I just like how that looks. And then this is one of my all-time favorite stickers from the Sticky Club. I've ripped it up so many times. And that's it. I don't have anything else to show in here because I haven't really written anything. I just stuck this in because I like it. I bought these for like $7, a big pack. I think it was like 10 of them. I don't even remember, but I stuck that in there. And then I put my Uniball 1P in here, the little mini pen. So there we go. So that is my new system, y'all. And that is a very long video to show y'all my new system. So if y'all made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you haven't. And if you have, thank you very much for subscribing. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.